here we are with Charleston night 2, and I know I'm delivering this a day late, but I'm caught up now. So all right, I'm happy about that. And it's not often that I get to see, like I have here with these shows, that not listening live, I get to see the set list before I listen. When I was looking at the set list, I was really happy. I was like, whoa, all right. And you know what it was? Really, it was the tier 2 songs, the stuff, like Piper, Divided Sky. These are all top shelf Hall of Fame type things. But then you get to Most Events Aren't Planned, 555, About to Run, possibly, Gumbo's closer to the top shelf. But About to Run, 555, Most Events Aren't Planned. Role players, songs that I wish would get more minutes. But, having all three of them, those are, if I'm going to put together a set list, if old Trey would be like, go ahead, man, you put the set list together tonight. I'm going to be realistic, but I'm throwing those three in there, I think. So I was fired up about that. They go 3 for 4 on the closers and openers. Cool It Down. All right, you get a lot of chompers in the crowd these days, Phish. You can't be opening it up with Cool It Down, I don't know. Some people are going to like it, and other people are going to be looking around, asking their chomper friend, what is this? And then Foam to follow that up. Nobody knows how to dance to Foam. Chompers don't know how to dance. You got to be on some good drugs to dance to Foam, I don't know how to dance to anything, but Foam for sure. So then Divided Sky ended in the first set. That's great. Wilson opened up the second set. Prefer that in the first one, but all right. And it's not going to be jammed out when you see Simple right after it, but all right. So we get a Wilson second set opener. And then ended it with Blaze On. Take that over like a Cavern or Zero, whatever. You got to figure Trey's ripping that. We're just tearing it to pieces. A little bit of an extended encore with the Okie Pie in there. Nothing, Circus, and Suzy. That was totally out of order. And so I guess we'll get back to we'll start at the beginning, I suppose. Like I've already said, I gave my feelings on Cool It Down. Anyways, so that was the problem with the opener there. And if you didn't like the show, you probably don't, I feel like 555, not a fan favorite. About to Run, people are like, it goes to the forest. Although, that's a rocker, man. You guys need to get on board. About to Run, it gets down, all right? It don't really get down, man. It brings it. It's hard. And then, you got some Sci-Fi Soldiers in there. So, as I'm looking at this on paper, I'm like, man, this looks great. Other people are like, nah. These guys, they don't have it anymore. Look at all this Sci-Fi Soldiers, Goes to the Forest nonsense. And, look, I could live with the Sci-Fi Soldiers. It's not my favorite stuff either. So we get that Foam after the Cool It Down. And all right, like I said, I like Foam. Chompers don't know what they're doing, man. So it was probably a weird start to the show with Cool It Down and Foam. You get then your Sci-Fi Soldier in it. And if you're a hardcore chomper, if you're chomper to the core, you still don't know what the hell they're playing. So finally, Dirt. Everybody's happy with Dirt. If we're going to get a ballad this early in the show, I do like Dirt. Everybody likes Dirt. Come on. 555, as mentioned. Another, like with About to Run. Trey had a little heavy streak in him tonight, man. That's a Mike Gordon song, one of my favorite Gordon songs, but it's got a hard heaviness to it, like About to Run. Gumbo. Trey getting a little out there on the vocals, man. On a re-listen, listen to that sausage. What's he doing there, man? What is Trey? He's mixing it up. He's like, all right, man, I don't have to sing the same. It's been a long career, man. Old Trey, I'm doing things different Anastasio right now. Then number line after that, the Wedge, not a lot going on with that. About to Run, as I mentioned like 8 times already. Then Divided Sky, and then the first set. Crowd was rowdy. They got rowdy during Divided Sky. So then, like I said, Wilson opening up the second set. And then we get this, here's our big jam of the night, the Simple. As you can see that one coming a mile away if you were on the late listening tour like me. But unfortunately, the Simple jam clocks in a little over 23 minutes or so. The last 3 minutes is really all you need. Or maybe even skip to like the 18-minute mark, something like that. But really, maybe it was 21 minutes. I don't know. But anyhow, it was a whole lot of nothing going on. Just okay. Where are we going here? And then finally, as it's taken off, if it had been a 30-minute jam, who knows? People have been going nuts for the Simple. But unfortunately, 18, 17 minutes of like, and then 3 or 4 minutes of, does it work out? If you were there, probably. It's probably all you're going to remember is, once you hit the crescendo. And then Prince Caspian, I don't know, they're doing this thing with Caspian, Egg in a Hole, Sci-Fi Soldiers, and the Prince. It just wasn't really happening. And then Piper, look, if you're not into repetitive Trey, then get out of here. You're not going to want to hear this. Run. Because Trey got repetitive several times. But in between, Fishman coming, Thunderous Fishman, letting reminding you why the band's named after him, and probably somehow sending a message to Trey. Like somehow, I don't know what that was, some kind of Fishman Morse code. Hey Trey, what are you doing there? You're stuck, buddy. Like a slap to the back of the head. But it was nice, you know. I liked it. It was a smooth piper, and hit those parts like, oh yeah, but not quite like it. And then we got back into Caspian. Like I said, that whole egg and a whole thing. Lonely Trip, got that one in there on us. And then, while maybe Piper wasn't just that fucking just a foot on the floor rocker from the beginning to end, back on the train most of it, Trey kind of took over most events, you know? The Paige McConnell special taken over by Trey. And then Blaze On. You know, people might get a little sick of Blaze On. It's cousin, No Men in No Man's Land, not accompanying it tonight. But Trey, like I said, took over on most events, and he just kept the reins all through Blaze On, rocking it out. Then you got to the encore, Nothing in Circus, the Okie, Pennsylvania, and Suzy. Pa. All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody last night for the kind words. Had a much better day today, and hopefully things will be better tomorrow with my dad. So, boom. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you soon, hopefully.